request was granted. A judge issued a 5-year restraining order, but there's just one tiny hiccup. Nobody knows where Brian Jason Wagner is.
One obsessed fan reportedly flew across the country, twice, just to wait outside Taylor Swift's apartment with a backpack full of weapons. Today, we're breaking down the real story behind the latest restraining order, how Taylor finally took legal action, and the jaw-dropping pattern hidden in past incidents you've probably never noticed. What drives someone to become so obsessed they ignore the law and reality? In early 2025, a man allegedly attempted multiple entries into Taylor Swift's Manhattan apartment, ignoring warnings from law enforcement. He claimed a spiritual connection with Swift and told police he was meant to protect her. This wasn't a one-time incident, it was a chain of escalating behaviors tracked over months. From 2018 through 2024, Taylor Swift faced at least 7 confirmed stalking incidents, ranging from eerie letters to full-on break-ins. One man drove from Colorado and broke into her townhouse with a crowbar. Another mailed threats claiming he would end her career. One even brought a knife and rope. The public saw headlines. She lived the aftermath. In a 2022 interview, Swift revealed she keeps trauma kits in her purse, including quick clot, tactical tourniquets, and other emergency tools. She said it casually, like mentioning a lip balm or spare charger. But that habit wasn't born out of paranoia, it was forced on her by experience. Multiple home invasions made self-rescue part of daily life. Picture waking up to your security team texting, "Same man spotted at the corner again." It's not the first time. It won't be the last. For Taylor Swift, this is routine. Her team reportedly performs real-time threat analysis daily, scanning street cams and social chatter like national security analysts. One security consultant put it bluntly, "Restraining orders are warnings, not walls." For public figures, especially women, the law can feel like it's written in pencil. Court orders are easily violated and rarely enforced in real time. The most persistent stalkers see a restraining order not as a stop sign, but a challenge. The man behind this most recent restraining order, he was arrested 3 times within 1 week each time for violating space around Swift's NYC property. Each arrest led to brief custody, and each release led to another attempt. 3 strikes didn't remove him from the board, it reset the game. Erotomania is the belief that someone, often of higher status, is secretly in love with you, says forensic psychiatrist Dr. Park Dietz. It's not just unhealthy, it's delusional. Stalkers driven by erotomania often interpret silence, rejection, or legal action as signs of hidden affection. It's a logic loop that intensifies with confrontation. Erotomania is clinically defined as a subtype of delusional disorder, and it disproportionately targets public figures. It often coexists with other psychological conditions, making it hard to treat and harder to predict. Stalkers operating under this mindset may quit jobs, travel across the country, or spend years planning an encounter. They don't need approval. They need belief, and belief becomes obsession. Privacy bots are quietly becoming the norm in high-risk celebrity homes. These AI-powered devices patrol estates, detect license plates, monitor foot traffic, and cross-reference images with known stalker databases. Swift's Beverly Hills estate reportedly implemented one of the most advanced versions available in 2024. The system alerts her team the moment any flagged individual appears near her home, even if they're disguised. One of Swift's earlier stalkers didn't force entry, he walked right through an unlocked door.
Sort of ironic, since when they wanted him to disappear, he wouldn't. And he may not even know that he's not allowed within 100 yards of Taylor Swift, not allowed to contact her in any way, and not allowed to have a gun at all, unless, of course, he's watching me right now.
The man reportedly waited outside until her security shift changed, slipped in unnoticed, and remained in the foyer for nearly 30 minutes before detection. He was later arrested carrying a knife, gloves, and an empty duffel bag. The lapse led to a complete overhaul of access protocols across all her residences. In 2019, A man broke into Taylor's townhouse, took off his shoes, and climbed into her bed. He was discovered after falling asleep with her sheets pulled over him and dishes from the kitchen left in the sink. Police arrested him without incident, and he served just 6 months. The house was then retrofitted with silent alarms and biometric access locks. Real-time anti-stalker alerts are becoming standard in elite security packages. They scan social media behavior, public travel records, and geofenced zones. Some systems even auto-trigger law enforcement if a known threat enters a defined radius without needing Swift or her team to lift a finger. It's preemptive defense designed for the always-on age. Architects are now designing panic tunnels into celebrity homes' hidden routes that offer instant escape. These tunnels often connect to garages, safe rooms, or decoy exit points disguised as wine cellars or closets. Taylor reportedly consulted a firm specializing in this architecture for a Nashville estate in 2023. The design included backup power, independent comms, and a lockout sequence usable even if phone lines are cut. CEOs have security teams. Politicians have government protection. But pop stars, despite their visibility and risk, often rely on private contractors or freelance security. For someone like Taylor Swift, who draws tens of thousands in public and millions online, that lack of institutional support creates dangerous gaps. In many cases, fame comes with none of the safety infrastructure of public service roles. The man who triggered Swift's most recent restraining order relocated to another state after initial release, then returned to New York just 4 days later. Security footage reportedly showed him loitering near her apartment again, wearing different clothing and a face mask. Despite court orders and GPS tracking, he found a loophole to slip through. His return led Swift's team to immediately double their 24-hour response rotation. One stalker claimed he tracked Taylor's jet flights using publicly available FAA data, cross-referencing departure times with Instagram activity to sense her energy. He documented his findings online in what he called a connection diary. The digital trail was enough to alert law enforcement, but not to preempt his attempt to approach her in person. Her team then shifted to decoy flight patterns and spoof travel logs. Stalker behavior doesn't just happen in extremes, it often begins subtly. Repeated online comments, messages ignored but persisted, and pattern watching through tagged locations. Swift's team reportedly runs monthly digital audits to assess her exposure risk, checking metadata, fan account behavior, and even flight log mirroring. They rotate her travel schedule, obscure her real-time movements, and remove geotag data from images before they're posted. These protocols have been in place since 2020, following a period when 3 separate stalkers showed up in 1 month, each citing social media as their source. After the latest incident, Swift was granted a 5-year restraining order by a Manhattan court, but only after providing extensive documentation, prior police records, and sworn affidavits. It wasn't automatic. It wasn't easy. The man is now legally barred from contact, but Taylor's inner circle knows the paperwork is just one part of staying safe. In private, one team member described the moment as more of a breather than a win. Taylor Swift's 5-year restraining order might look like justice on paper, but it reveals far more than just a legal victory. It's a case study in how obsession, fame, and fractured legal systems collide again and again. And for celebrities like her, safety is never a conclusion, it's an ongoing negotiation with visibility, privacy, and risk. Next time, we'll explore how fans themselves accidentally contribute to celebrity stalker cases, and why a single photo can expose someone's entire location trail.